Hey Spurs fans, Paul the Hotspur hippie here, the only psychedelic soccer show on the internet. I found my proper microphone. It had gone missing for a bit, disappeared down some mysterious wormhole, but it's reappeared. And here I am just out for a walk, having a day off today, sitting near a school because I don't support Arsenal or Chelsea or West Ham, so there's no exclusions at the zone for Spurs fans. I don't know about how you lot are feeling out there, but I'm kind of thinking the season hasn't kind of started yet. It's weird, isn't it? Maybe it's because we didn't get the result against Leicester, but it still feels a bit off-season-y to me. Even though football has started, it feels like a long gap between games, and I can't wait for this transfer window to close. I really can't, because every time I look at my news feed, we're still, can you believe it, this close to the death of the window, we're still being linked with every player under the sun. There's still headlines, and I've cracked the code on this one. Whenever it says Tottenham told or this player told, when you read the article, it turns out it's either going to be Alan Hutton or Brian King, the shadowy ex-junior scout from Spurs that went to Ipswich. Don't know what he did there, but he seems to be earning a nice tidy living if he's not being exploited for just dishing out quotes about Tottenham, and most of the time he's just talking absolute drivel. So it'd be nice when this transfer window closes, just at least all that doesn't quite stop, because January is not that far away. I don't know if you've noticed, but oh my lord, it will all start up again. And yeah, I wanted another midfielder, but I'm so sick of this window. I just want it to close now, and so we could just all focus on football. My eyes, I've got one beady eye on the Europa League qualifiers, because a friend of mine's local team from Banja Luka in Bosnia-Herzegovina, they drew 0-0 whoever they were playing this morning in their first leg away from home, and I think it'd be kind of fun if Tottenham ended up playing in Banja Luka. It's a cool place. I had a holiday there a few years ago, went around a bit of Croatia and Bosnia and Serbia and Slovenia, beautiful part of the world, and I think the Cevapi would be flying out the door if Tottenham went over there for a game. Now, with more news on the Everton game. Oh, kids are coming out. Humbug. I'm going to walk over here. Oh, the screaming merriment of children stuffing up my video. Where can I go? Here we go. More news on the Everton game. And regulars to the channel will know, I've been suggesting that Sean Dyche looks like an extra out of the bill, or maybe he was a detective constable in a previous existence. He looks like a cop to me, a filthy, dirty cop. He looks like a thumb, basically, and I think it's no coincidence, therefore, that he's only going to have 14 Everton players available for the match against the mighty Tottenham Hotspur, by far the greatest football team the world has ever seen. Did they fall downstairs, DC Dyche? Did you have some phone books go missing in your training session somehow? I think he's on it. I think he's putting the boot in, and Everton are in such a shit state, they're just going to have to put up with it, aren't they? Just like us in the rest of society have to put up with brutality from the cops all the time. So I don't feel sorry for the Everton players. At least they're on like 50 grand a week or something ridiculous. But that's good, isn't it? He'll have to pull an Ange Postecoglou and put 3 or 4 goalkeepers on the bench like we had to do. It was brilliant, that was, wasn't it? Run out of players. So we got Brandon Austin and Alfie Whiteman on the bench. And the tree trunk. What's the tree trunk's name? Forrester. Frederick Forrester? I've forgotten his bloody name. I haven't seen him that many times. What's his name? What's that spare goalie's name? He's injured anyway. So it bodes well. And I'm seeing in the Spursosphere, that people are describing this as a must-win fixture for Tottenham Hotspur. I can't win today. I'm stuck between trucks going up Victoria Road and kids having too much fun. Go back and learn your timetables. What was I talking about? Tottenham, Everton. Oh yeah, people are describing it as a must-win fixture, and my answer to all of these things, just like when people send you shitty emails at work saying this is totally unacceptable, things like that. Must win or what? What's the alternative? What are you gonna do if we don't win? Nothing. It's not must win. It's another football game. It's all part of the language to, I don't know, keep us on tenterhooks. I don't need to be kept on any more tenterhooks. I'm a Spurs fan. I know that we want to win this game, but all this must win. It's one of those things, it's one of those bees I have in my bonnet. Whenever I see adverts or even YouTube headlines saying must watch, must see TV, I go bollocks to that and do the exact opposite. So when someone says it's must win, I almost think, no, let's bloody well lose it. Well, I'm not going to go full City till July, folks. It's all right. It's just mere absent-minded thoughts bobbling around in my brain. But must win or what? Nothing. But a good win, like I was saying yesterday, a good win against Everton will hopefully build up a bit of intestinal fortitude for the game against Newcastle away. Now, and in minor football-related breaking news, I saw this morning that Jermaine Jenas has been sacked by the BBC from Match of the Day and that one programme. I don't even know what the one programme is. Is it like Pebble Mill at one, but without the Pebble Mill bit? Doesn't sound that exciting to me. And Pebble Mill was as boring as batshit, so I can't see the one setting the world on fire. Well, they always use the word allegedly in these things, don't they? Allegedly being a text pest with people he works with. Now, as we all know, the BBC is always quick to the mark with getting rid of sex offenders off their books. Maybe they've sharpened up a bit. Who knows what's going on with this thing, but it's disappointing. It's disappointing. I'm not going to instantly jump on the innocent till proven guilty thing, because a lot of the time where there's smoke, there is fire. And I can say what I want because I'm in Australia and you can't see me, but it's just disappointing, isn't it? You know, in the world of entertainment, even the world of, you know, YouTube and whatever, it's a weird old thing. There's a lot of weird old characters that go about the place, and it's something I'm very wary of. You know, I'm very conscious that people, even though some people watch me a lot, you don't actually know me. You don't actually know me. I do like to keep my distance a little bit from people, both good and bad comments. You know, I don't play favourites, but I don't know, man. Parasocial, it's called, parasocial, and it seems to be that when some people get egos above their station, they just abuse their power. So I don't know if that's what Jermaine Jenas has done. Could be though, couldn't it? Got a big too big for his boots, and started trying to pull birds in the office. Totally unacceptable. Totally unacceptable. You don't need that sort of crap at work. But hey, we'll find out what happens. Maybe the BBC are completely wrong. I mean, they've been wrong before, haven't they? But a bit of a shame that Jermaine was supposed to be a shoo-in for the Match of the Day job after Gary Lineker decides to shuffle off his microphone. Who's next? Who's it going to be now? What, Alan bloody Shearer? Sure. Is it Dickie Davies? Can we get him back? Or Fred Dynage? Fred Dynage, of course. We'll have a bit of Fred Dynage Investigates. Anyway, I will leave it there, folks. Well, just on a little note, I just as a little lemma, as they call it, I've seen that, you know, there's still a bit of trolling going on in the internet, and I've taken the thing that I don't really care, but I see it is affecting some people and getting to them, and it's not on. It's not on. And funny thing about, you know, what I was saying about you don't really know people on the internet, Well, I guess it's quite, you know, public knowledge that Sava and myself have had a good couple of stoushes whenever we've been debating online, and when all this mad trolling stuff started, me and him started talking. It turns out he's an all right guy. We don't agree with much where Spurs is concerned. I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to be on his channel anytime soon. But he's an all right guy, and just says what he says about Tottenham, which is what we're all trying to do. And the only one of the things I take solace in, that the people that have got the time to make ID up after ID, type in venomous shit. It's not like they're setting the world on fire in the rest of their lives if they're doing that. So, you know, just got to have a chuckle and stuff it. Anyway, until next time, folks, peace and love, and come on, you Spurs.